Sports for Real again with Coach Hall. I want to talk today about the national championship game taking place tomorrow between TCU and Georgia. TCU, a surprise entrance to the championship game, knocked off number 2 Michigan after putting in a reversal of performance, if you will. They are normally the team that will have to chase somebody and come back and win in the end. Well, it didn't go down like that. This time, they jumped out on Michigan and was able to hold them off in a dramatic fashion. Now, Georgia, we know they're the defending champions. They come in and they dominate pretty much all year long, and then they get into a game where they were pretty much outplayed by Ohio State. You know, if Harrison doesn't get hurt and a few other things, then we'll be talking about Ohio State and TCU today, which probably we should be anyway. But regardless, Georgia is going to be playing for a national championship tomorrow night. Now, as far as TCU goes, there's not a whole lot of adjustments to be made. Georgia's going to have to adjust to what they do. Matter of fact, both teams, they're going to be having to face making few adjustments because the two teams that they're playing are similar to the ones they just defeated. But I think in this case right here, a lot of people have already crowned Georgia as national champion. They think TCU is too small to keep up with Georgia. Well, that's dangerous. Like I pointed out before, in the NFL reference that I made, you take 1974 playoffs when you had Oakland, who should have been hosting Buffalo, ended up having to go to Miami, who was the 2 seed. That's just the way they did things back then. But those were, on paper, the two best teams, and they played like it. Once the game was over, you had Madden talking about, we just beat the best team. We're the two best teams in football, and this is how things go down when that occurs. And it's seeming like they just forgot that they got to play another game the next week. Well, such is the case with Georgia. I think Georgia, that massive celebration after beating Ohio State, puts them in a dangerous situation. Their focus was already kind of suspect, and now it seems like everybody's already crowning them as champion. And the problem that I think they really have is they don't have a whole lot of time to break down TCU. So TCU, not having to make a whole lot of adjustments, are going to be a problem for Georgia tomorrow. Now, I'll come back tomorrow with a prediction. I don't want to give that away now, but I just want to let you know that what people are saying about TCU not being able to stand up to Georgia is not quite factual. But I will say this. When you're a team like TCU, you're not expected to win, and you keep winning, and you make it all the way to the championship, one or two things are going to happen. Either you're going to continue on the way you've been going, or that glass slipper is going to break, and you're going to get embarrassed on national TV. We'll see what happens. Sports for Real.